Welcome back to Creative Caviar. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome Paula Castro to the show. So Paula is an expert at helping brands connect with multicultural audiences on YouTube. I have some questions that specifically relate to that.
Let's do it.
So our first question comes from Megan. Megan is a video specialist that sits in LCS, and Megan asks, Google has said that great creative ideas often stem from a foundational insight. True. But how can Google help identify this insight for a multicultural audience?
We now have an inclusive and multicultural marketing practice as part of the US Creative Work Services. Now we have plenty of offerings, one of which is Google's Culture Lab. And essentially what this is meant to do is really help brands deepen their cultural insights and create campaigns that are culture relevant for multicultural consumers. It's always rooted in first-party data, always complemented with third-party insights.
Great question from Megan. Thank you for writing in. Question number 2 comes from Yuri on our YouTube ads marketing team. How can brands determine if their YouTube ad is culturally relevant and representative of their actual consumers?
Well, that's $1 million question. As a solution, we actually started a partnership with SIM, which is the Cultural Insights Impact Measure. What it does, it measures the cultural effectiveness of an ad for the right audience. It's not just telling you this ad is culture relevant, but it's just connecting the dots with the business results. We've received a mix of ad formats. They actually do receive animatics, and we can test before going to market.
For brands that are trying to reach out to these audiences for the first time,
right?
What a great service that we can offer. Excellent question from Yuri. Thanks for writing in. And our third and last question comes from Daniel. So Daniel sits on our America's GTM team, and Daniel asks, do more inclusive ads affect how the brand connects with the people that are not represented on screen? And secondly, does the need for inclusive ads mean that advertisers should place their media differently?
When consumers see an ad that's culturally relevant, they're actually more likely to recommend a brand, to purchase a brand. So let's take Tommy Hilfiger as an example. In their spot, we see people with a range of disabilities. So these people are living their lives while showcasing the functionality of their clothing. The clothing is not the only disability-friendly aspect of this message. The ad actually has closed caption, audio description for hearing and vision impaired. And this execution, the way that it's constructed, essentially drove to 50% of the purchases to be from the non-adapted clothing line.
Making sure the story is as inclusive as possible, it actually broadens the audience, which is really exciting to hear. Great question from Daniel. Thank you so much for writing in. And Paula, I must say thank you for joining the show.